Can you really host a Thanksgiving dinner for 10 people for only $40? Well, my friends, this holiday season in 2025, Walmart and Aldi are both taking this challenge and running with it. I don't have an Aldi, but I do have a Walmart, so I decided to put the challenge to the test. Do their claims actually hold up? And did they forget something crucial in the shopping list in the first place? Let's dive in and see if we can come up with a Thanksgiving dinner on a budget and yeah, extra frugal tips from me. Hit the thumbs up button for glory and let's get started.
What does the button do? Press it! Press it for glory!
And my head's cut off. Welcome to Walmart's $40 Thanksgiving meal. I will leave a link for this down in the description box for you if you wanted to go try it out yourself. They build the shopping list and they put it all in your cart and you can go pick it up and it's wham bam, thank you ma'am. I originally came to about $36 for two reasons. Number one, my turkey advertised in the shopping as $10 and this turkey is in fact $15.50. They didn't have the rolls in stock when I ordered it the first time, so I did have to make a second trip to get one of the missing items. I live in a state where they charge tax on food, so I have to add another $2.50. Number two, there are a few things on here that I am definitely missing to come up with an actual Thanksgiving meal, so let's talk about it. Let's go with one of the must-haves, in my opinion, which is the pumpkin pie. So we have 2 pie crusts here, 1 can of pumpkin, and I think the evaporated milk is also for the pumpkin pie. Well, let me tell you what, you need more than just this for pumpkin pie. We are missing sugar, spices, and eggs, and whipped cream, honestly. What is pumpkin pie without a little Cool Whip on top, am I right?
Am I right or am I right? Or am I right?
I would understand the argument that sugar and spices are basic pantry staples, but I don't know that eggs are, and I definitely don't think whipping cream is. So we need to add probably $5 to $8 extra in order to do this. Here's the problem with doing a pickup like I did. It was supposed to be 3 cans of corn, and they gave me 2 of sweet cream style corn. And they don't give you a meal plan either. So I am trying to like guess what they want me to make for dinner. So I've got pumpkin pie, missing a few ingredients. A side of corn, perhaps? A side of carrots, which is fine. I can make some freaking bomb carrots. But to make these, I need butter and honey. 2 more ingredients. And butter can be expensive. Let's add another $3 to our necessary total. These rolls are fine, but they did get a little squishy. And I'll use the butter I got for the carrots to put on my rolls. I think these items are unnecessary personally, because if you have a whole turkey, which I have over here, you can make turkey gravy. It's really easy. A little bit of flour, a little bit of stock, salt and pepper, booyah, you're done. So maybe we could subtract like $2 here. Like I said, this turkey is $15. And if I look at the tag, I'm sitting at 97 cents a pound, which is fine. However, if I had gone into the store myself, I could have picked a smaller turkey, maybe a 10 pound, and it would have been $10. Also, my Fred Meyer right now has turkeys for 64 cents a pound. Not quite half, that's 30% cheaper than this one. Cooking a turkey takes a long time, and there's a little bit of skill involved if you want it to be delicious, which I will show you later on in this video. However, if you just don't wanna, like you don't want to brine it and you don't want it to be in the oven for 2 hours and you don't want to fry it outside and potentially catch your yard on fire, go get a rotisserie chicken from Costco for $5. Big family, get 2. There's no cooking. It's pre-seasoned. You can slice the white meat, take the dark meat off, put it on a platter, cover it with some saran wrap and just reheat right before serving.
Magnifique.
Everybody likes the sides anyway. Am I right or am I right? I have some opinions about this. I might offend some people and I am willing to take that chance. Stovetop is gross. My homemade cornbread dressing will kick the freaking pants off of anything else on your Thanksgiving table except maybe the pie. I say if you make the cornbread dressing, you don't even need a turkey. You don't need anything else. You just need a bowl and a big ol' honkin' spoon. I will leave the recipe down below. But if you must, I still say pass.
That's it, I'm not going.
Just say no to the stovetop. I have never made mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, have you? Like, and I actually really like the artisan crafted Great Value brand of mac and cheese. I actually think it's better than the like Velveeta shells, which I don't really like. So I'm not mad at this. This is a fun little vibe. I like this. Some fresh cranberries. Now listen, it's not Thanksgiving with without the cranberry jelly, but in my house it was the one out of a can with the lines on it, right? What are we gonna do with this? If you wanna make a really, really good like homemade cranberry sauce, you need a whole lot of sugar, a little bit of thyme, and some oranges, which I also don't have. The green bean casserole. I am down. I freaking love green bean casserole. My secret ingredients to kick it up a notch are some shredded sharp cheddar cheese, extra of these, so we would need 2 of these, and a little Tony's. You will love me forever. I'm telling you, it's bomb. And last, but definitely not least, are the mashed potatoes. To me is a must. You have to do this. But we are missing some essentials to making mashed potatoes. If you take potatoes and cook them and mash them and do nothing else, just leave. Just leave right now. This is not how we make mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes need a crap ton of butter, a whole heck of a lot of salt, some cracked black pepper in there, and dairy products of your choice. You could do this. You could do milk, you could do half and half, you could do sour cream, cream cheese. It literally doesn't matter. It's whatever you like. The whole all in all, yeah, we've got a good base here, but I would say I need an extra $15 to $20 to really make this work. What I love is if you have an Aldi, the Aldi options are better. They give you more food, more ingredients for about the same $40. So Aldi, cheaper than Walmart? Maybe so. Let's get cooking. Let's make some spicy honey carrots, boiling water, the whole bag. Oh, it's gonna splash. Okay, come on. These will take a very long time to cook. At least 30 minutes of boiling, we'll check it. For our cooked and soft carrots, I poked them with a fork, so they're good. I am going to add in butter. The more, the better. You know why restaurant food tastes so good? Butter.
They don't know that we know they know we know.
I'm also gonna come in with a good amount of salt. Carrots, much like potatoes and eggs, can handle a lot of salt. The salt will bring out the sweetness of the carrots and accent the honey a little bit. I also love a good amount of pepper. Next, you can come in with some hot honey. Mine apparently is gone. I thought I had some, it's gone, whatever. I'm gonna use regular honey. So a good amount of honey, and for the hot part, I will come in with some cayenne, which is real spicy. So we're not gonna go super heavy on that. You wanna taste. Taste and make sure. Don't want that one, gross. And then you wanna keep this on warm in a small crock pot, or if you have like a warming drawer in your oven or something like that. There's no way this is feeding 10 people. I would do two 2-pound bags, make it 4 pounds. These are so good. You're gonna wanna come back for seconds, I promise you. And if you wanna up your roll game, just a little bit. You can do Rhodes rolls and cook them earlier in the day, or maybe even the day before if you want. You don't feel like you have to make homemade rolls. If you don't have time for that, it's no big deal. You know you're American when you see these ingredients and you think green bean casserole and Thanksgiving. This is a slight tweak on the classic green bean casserole, mostly from cans. Very, very little work involved. We're just gonna add a couple of things and it's going to blow your mind. It'll be so much better than the original. Don't want to knock the original because it is delicious. If you need a recipe, there's almost always one on this bag, and there's usually one on the cream of mushroom soup as well. So first step is literally pour these ingredients in a mixing bowl. 3 cans of drained green beans, 1 can condensed cream of mush, 1 filled can of milk. I'm using whole milk because it's more delicious. First step, mix together. 1 ingredient is going to be about a cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. You know, a cup and a half actually. Then I'll add a couple of the French fried onions. Now for me, this bag is so not big enough for the topping as far as I'm concerned. This is the best part. So for me, I would need to buy the giant bag or like 2 of these. I did buy an entire new bag of this for the top, so I'm gonna put this whole guy in. That is 3.5 ounces, the whole thing. Yeah, it's gonna have to be Tony's, and I just started buying the more spice one. Can recommend. Not if your spice tolerance is milk, but if it is not milk, can recommend. I'm gonna go a half a teaspoon, but I will eyeball it. Now we will mix all of this together in all of its glory. Just try it before you come back and be like, cheese in the green bean casserole? What are you doing? Just trust me. Oh, and here's the secret, in case you didn't know about Cajun cooking. You add the amount of Tony's that you think you need, and then you add more. That's the rule. Listen, I don't make the rules, okay? This is just what you do. This is a 2 quart. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We're gonna try. It may not work. It might work. Oh, I think it's gonna work. Hallelujah. Okay, 375 degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Don't top it with the rest of the French fried onions yet. Just try it my way. I know you probably never put cheese in it before, or maybe the French fried onions in the mix and probably never added some extra Tonys, but do it because it is so good. We are cooking up the white cheddar black pepper mac and cheese. We will give you a review in 3, 2, 1. Here's the completed mac and cheese, and yeah, totally threw some on the stove. My bad. Hey boys, you want some mac and cheese? I thought the mac and cheese was tasty. The sauce was nice, but I didn't love the noodle choice, so I maybe would have gone with a different flavor of mac and cheese. But like I said before, mac and cheese has never been something that I've had at Thanksgiving, so it could be a skip for me. Okay, the question is, do you really need to see me make stovetop stuffing based on the instructions on the side? Look, you essentially boil some water, pour it in and fluff it. Or you can put it in the microwave and fluff it. But what we could do is make the stovetop stuffing casserole on the back. We need cooked poultry. I'm gonna use chicken for this, but you could use turkey. Frozen veg, I will use the broccoli persuasion, and a jar of turkey gravy. All right, the recipe calls for 1 package. So you could make this casserole and have another package for later. I mean, it smells salty. And I have the heated water and butter instructions as per the package. Soggy bread, yum. Let's stand for 5 minutes. Guys, this does not look good. It looks really soggy. Okay, I will keep the faith, okay? I followed the instructions exactly. All right, let's add the other things. I have half a bag of frozen broccoli and like a quarter of a bag of peas and carrots that were in my freezer, thawed and drained. 2 to 3 cups of chopped up turkey, chicken, whatever, and 1 jar of turkey gravy. This is interesting. I didn't grow up in a house that really ate casseroles. The only casseroles we had was lasagna and, I mean, my grandpa's chicken rice casserole, I guess, or like shepherd's pie. That's basically it. So this is wild work to me. 2-quart casserole dish? Are you kidding me? This is a 2-quart. We'll see. Oh, it just occurred to me I did this wrong. You're supposed to top it with the stuffing. I read the instructions as like, mix remaining ingredients in a bowl, and I was like, oh, that's all the ingredients. Nope, you're supposed to top it with the stuffing. My bad. Oh well, it'll probably be fine. It'll just be more incorporated, right? I think a 9x13 would work better, but it did fit. Okay, it did. Can we cook it long enough to make it not soggy? That's the question on the table. Bake at 375 for 30 minutes. Here is my stovetop casserole. Totally made it wrong, so my bad. It looks okay, like it's kind of wet. Like, look how wet that is. As far as the stovetop stuffing, in any capacity, I am a pass. It has to be a pass. If you want to see my family's cornbread dressing, I will leave the recipe for that also in the description box below. It's just the end all be all. It's so delicious. For me, skip the stovetop. It's best not to have it. Just skip it. Let's make a turkey. We are going to make a brine for the turkey. This is essential, okay? If you're not brining your turkey, don't make a turkey. I said what I said. So I have 1 gallon of water, which we are going to turn into broth. You want either a veggie or chicken broth. I have all these packs of veggie like concentrate. So I'll use these, and I won't have enough. So I'm gonna come in with some chicken also. And then the other 2 essential ingredients are going to be salt and sugar. Don't freak out. You need 1 cup of salt. You need 1 cup of salt, okay? 1 entire cup, that's a half. Did I tell you not to freak out? Don't freak out. That's an entire cup of salt. Don't freak out.
I'm not freaking out. Are you freaking out?
Coming in with a half a cup of brown sugar. Got all my veggie stock concentrate going in, and not quite a quarter cup of the chicken. Remember, this is an entire gallon of stock or broth or whatever. Okay. This is our base ingredients. At this point, you can also add Some other things to your heart's content. Allspice berries, whole peppercorns are also fine. For some reason, I don't have any of those right now, so I'm gonna leave it out. And guess what? It will still be fine. I'm turning this on to high. I'm just gonna boil it until everything is dissolved into my liquid. And then this is the base of our brining liquid. In order to do this, your turkey needs to be thawed 1 day before you wanna eat. So if you wanna eat on Thanksgiving Day, you need to do this Thanksgiving Eve, okay? We're gonna soak our turkey overnight before we get started. Oh, did I also mention you will, in addition, need a clean bucket. I just washed this one, bleached it out, rinsed it out really, really well. Our brine and turkey will soak in this overnight. Everything is combined at this point. Turn your heat off and bring it to room temperature. I'm gonna let it sit here for a little bit and then put it in the fridge. Okay, I have my bucket of ice. You essentially want another gallon of chilled water to go with our brine. I'm just gonna dump the brine in it. I might need to add extra water. It depends on how submerged the turkey is, but this is your base place to start. And then we'll get our turkey out, take out the innards and dunk it in the brine. Okay, I had this covered in the fridge overnight. I did weigh it down, so all of that is off now. And I'm gonna give it a quick fresh water rinse in the sink and then put it in my roasting pan. I put foil in it just for easy cleanup. You don't have to do that, but it does make it easier later. I have tucked the wings underneath because those will overcook. The feet are in the little holder guy. I have a drizzle of oil all over all of it. I wouldn't do olive oil. I did avocado oil. Preheat your oven to 500. You're gonna want only the lowest rack. Wow, I have gotta clean that door. And we are going to rip and roll this sucker at 500 degrees for 30 minutes. And then we're gonna tweak it a little bit. I will show you that when we get there. I'm gonna throw some apple in there for a little aromatics. You can do whatever you like. Onion, garlic, cinnamon stick, whatever. Hey, this is what we have at the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna come in with some foil. I'm gonna try and cover the breast area like this. I've dropped my temp down to 350 and my wings kind of popped out there. That's unfortunate, but the white meat cooks quicker than the dark meat, so we're gonna cover that so it doesn't go a little too much. Back in for a minimum of 90 minutes. This turkey's 15 pounds. You can put a meat thermometer in there if you want. I'm just gonna be using this little guy at the 90-minute mark. So I'm just gonna put it back in for 90 minutes. It could take up to 2 hours. We're really looking for temperature here. We want the breast to be 155. Okay, back in for 90. Okay, I'm definitely over 155. Oh no, a little too high. Okay, we are bringing this out right now. That was right at 90 minutes. Okay, she needs to sit for 15 minutes minimum before we slice and everything, probably up to 30. The turkey is delicioso. Please brine a turkey and you will never go back. And then you can smoke it if you want. You can fry it if you want. You can pop it in the oven. You can do it in a crock pot. You can do it in an Instant Pot, but the brining just gets all of that flavor into the turkey itself. You cannot go wrong. It's time to make Thanksgiving pie. Now, the traditional is definitely going to be pumpkin, which is where this one and this one come into play. But they gave me 2 pie crusts here. And so I figured, why not make a cranberry pie also?
Sell 5? Nice.
Pumpkin pie starts with 2 eggs. There they are. 1 entire 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, whole thing, and 2 cups of pumpkin. They didn't even give me all the pumpkin I needed. Needed to open a new one, and now I have like half a can left. So that's fun. 2 cups of pumpkin puree, 3/4 of a cup sugar, a half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. That's kind of heaping. That's fine. A half a teaspoon of cloves and 2 full teaspoons of cinnamon. Whisk until combined. Oh no, look what happened. No one will be able to tell, probably, most likely. So I do like to put these on a cookie sheet just in case there's overflow. I will tell you, these are small. My normal pie pan that I use is significantly deeper. I may have too much filling here. This recipe is so good. Like if you have a regular pie pan and you want to actually make it, it will work. So I want to go all the way up to the top. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, that is too much. Fortunately for me, I have extra frozen pie crust, so I'll just get that out and make another one. So this will go into a 425 degree oven for 15 minutes and then reduce to 350 degrees for about 40 minutes. Watch the crusts. If they start getting brown, we can put some foil on it. To my entire bag, which is about 2.5 cups of rinsed cranberries, I'm adding 1.5 cups of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of water, we'll watch that. Little pinch of salt, not much, only 1/4 cup. I mean, what? 1/4 teaspoon or so, not much. 1/4 cup of flour and heat on. So far, I've been sitting on medium heat and we're starting to pop a little bit. So I'm gonna take it down. There's a lot of sugar in this. I don't really want it to burn, but I do need all the cranberries to pop and get squishy. So we're getting there. Feels a little gritty on my spoon. This has been 10 minutes on medium so far. So it does take a minute. We're essentially making like a really thick jam to put inside of our pie. It's gonna be awesome. You could do this with like blueberries, cherries, any kind of like harder berry. Makes a really delicious pie. I love cooked fruit pies. This is what we're looking for. I came in with both the meat masher and potato masher. I like to combo actually. This one got more of the cranberries. That one mushed them a little bit better. This looks perfect. So I will turn my heat off and pour this into my other pie crust. I don't have another pie crust to put on top of that, so we will just let it cook like this. And because the center is cooked, man, look at that color. It's just beautiful. We're really just cooking it to cook the crust, which we will do at 425 for about 30 minutes. Our pumpkin pie looks beautiful. I like making pies in advance because they do need to chill. Like I can't put whipped cream or ice cream on this. It's just gonna melt all in it. So this one is cooling off nicely, still a little warm, and this does set more the longer it sits. Just pulled my cranberry out, got a hair dark on my crust. Maybe 25 minutes or a slightly lower temperature would have been nice on this one. You can see how bubbly and delicious this looks. Can't wait to taste these in maybe an hour or two. Yum! Pumpkin pie is a 10 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. It is a touch more work to make it from scratch, but it is so much more delicious than buying a pre-made pie. And then the cranberry pie is quite tart. So for me, I really like it's slightly warmed up, some vanilla ice cream on top, kind of melting in between the cracks, and you get a nice contrast between this like really tart berry and the creamy sweetness of the vanilla together is delicioso. All the recipes I used in today's video, I will leave down in the description box below. I think overall, Walmart has a pretty good base selection of ingredients at not a horrible price. I still think if you wanna go like easy money and really inexpensive, it's gotta be the $5 rotisserie chicken. You can't go wrong with some really delicious mashed potatoes and a side of rolls. And for me, the most important part is the pumpkin pie. But at the end of the day, it does not matter what you eat for Thanksgiving. It's spending time with family and friends, eating whatever delicious food you would prefer to enjoy. For me and my house, I might just make some gumbo. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and happy Thanksgiving. But wait, there's more. I wanted to share with you the books that are on my nightstand right now. In today's episode of What is Christine Reading, we have on the Kindle, The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I think her books are fun. They are an easy read. I can blow through one of these in like an hour or 2 hours maybe. But when you're looking for something like a little light, I've really been enjoying these. So that's what I got right there. I love a good Kristen Hanna. I've read all of them. I'm pretty sure I've read this one, but I didn't remember it well. So I decided to check it out again. Saw this one in like the recommended section at the front of the library. I'm like not even a quarter in it. This is cheesy, young, very young writing. I don't know that I'll finish this one. I wanted to do another run through of Game of Thrones. I didn't finish it last time. I think I stopped in book 3. So I started this one again just for funsies. And The Girl on the Train. Have not seen the movie or read the book, so excited to jump into this one. And just for fun, the one that is like tucked under my bed right here, yeah, it's gonna be Onyx Storm. These are easy to read, okay? If you don't like some of the scenes, you can skip the pages pretty easily. Not important to the story. I reread this a second time because there were some plot points that I was like, I don't think I understand, that I didn't think were written very clearly. So I went into my second read trying to understand the things. I was like, I don't know that I get this. I think I got it this time around. How long do we have to wait For books 4 and 5, this is why I don't like reading series before they're done. Now I have to wait. And then maybe this is a hot take. I finally finished the Crescent City series. Wow, that was not my favorite. Oh my gosh, so painful. I thought book 3 was the best of the 3. What is Sarah Maas doing? Did she hire a ghostwriter for this one? It didn't even feel like her writing until book 3. It was a struggle bus. I did not want to pick it up. I finally finished it. And then sold my series. I don't want to read it again. Not interested. What are you guys reading right now? Always looking for more recs. See you next time.